Welcome to the BSV teaching program. I'm Adrian T, President of the Buddhist Society of Victoria. Due to the current COVID-19 virus circumstances, we have to take precautionary steps to protect and safeguard our community. As such, the Buddha Loka Center will be closed indefinitely until further advice. This includes there will be no Sunday Dhamma school for children on Sunday, no weeknight meditation classes, and no individual meditation practices at the center. Sunday morning Dhamma teaching and weeknight meditation classes will be delivered to you online through the internet. Further details will be provided later on. As for the planned BSV AGM, which we have planned for 19th of April, we will be consulting with the Department of Consumer Affairs, and we will advise you on the decisions, which will be published on the BSV weekly email as well as on the website. As for the long-awaited BSV Vesak celebration planned for the 10th of May, we will not be having any public gathering on that day. Instead, we will be delivering the online. We will be delivering the celebration online to you. So further details will be delivered to you through the website as well as the BSV weekly email. For those who likes to provide dana to NBM, Newbury Buddhist Monastery, it will be on a drop-off basis. So please let the monastic at NBM knows if you will be delivering the dana on a drop-off basis, so that they didn't have to prepare any meals on certain days. We understand that these arrangements may not be convenient to some of you, and we ask for your understanding. We hope that this unfortunate phenomena will pass soon. We wish you well, and thank you for your support.
Good morning, Bhante. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the BSV Sunday Dhamma Talk. Today coming to you from the Newbury Buddhist Monastery. My name is Srijith. I lead the technical operations at the BSV. As Adrian just mentioned in the previous message, the BSV has been locked down and our monastic-led teaching programs will be delivered out of Newbury over YouTube. For many of you, this will be the first time you are watching the BSV live streams. So if you have a question related to the topic that's being discussed, then use the YouTube live chat facility to submit your question. Thank you. Over to you, Bhante.
Okay. Thank you for all listeners who are listening this talk. Okay. So I was invited to talk today, give a talk today. So first of all, according to the BSV normal tradition, so I will chant the recollection of Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and then Karaniya Metta Sutta. After that, I will start the today's talk. So first, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko ehi passiko opanaiko paccatang veditabbo vinyuhiti. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Samichi patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Yadidang chattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala esa bhagavato savaka sangho. Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakkineyo anjali karaniyo anuttaram punyaketang lokasati. Karaniya matta kusalena yantan santang padang abhisamecca sakko ujuca sujuca suaco cassa mudu anatimani santussa koca subharoca appakiccoca sallahuka vutti santindriyoca nipakoca appagabbo kulesu ananugiddo naca kuddhang samacare kinciyena vinyu pare upavadeyung sukino akemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta ye kecipana bhutatti tasava tavarava anavasesa Digavaye mahantava majjima rasa kanukatula Dittavayeva addittaye ca dure vasanti avidure Bhutava sambhavesi va sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta Naparo parang nikubbeta nati manyeta katta chinang kanchi Vyarosana patigha sanya nyanya manyassa dukkha micceya Mata yataniyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakke Evampi sabba bhutesu mana sambhavaye aparimanang Mettanca sabba lokasming mana sambhavaye aparimanang Uddhang adoca tiriyanca asambadang averang asapattang Tittang charanni sinno vasayano ayavatassa vigatamiddo Etang sating aditteya brahma metang viharang idamahu Dittinca anupagamma silava dassanena sampanno Kamesu vineyage dhang nahi jatu gabba seyang punareti. Okay, now I am going to start today's Dhamma talk. So today I thought it is good to remind how Lord Buddha taught us this Dhamma. I am going to read a sutta come in Connected Discourses, Samyutta Nikaya. So first I read this short sutta and then I explain how it relates to our day-to-day life and how we can use this sutta, the knowledge, how briefly Lord Buddha gave us and how we have to take that teachings and use it in our day-to-day life. So then it leads to the benefit, how it gives us a benefit and how it makes our mind calm and quiet, and give the wisdom regarding our body and mind. And then how we can develop the understanding of reality through these teachings. So therefore, I will read that sutta. So this is a Samyutta Nikaya Salayatana Samyutta Gilana Vagga Patama Gilana Sutta. So I thought this when the Lord Buddha's time, when a monk becomes sick, so Lord Buddha taught this Dhamma. Linked Discourses 35, number 8 sick, number 74 sick. So this is Ajahn Sudarta's translation. You can find out this translation in Sutta Central. At Savatthi, then a mendicant went up to the Buddha and said to him, "Sir, in such and such a monastery, there is a mendicant who is junior and not well known. He is sick, suffering, gravely ill. Please go to him out of compassion." When the Buddha heard that the mendicant was junior and ill, understanding that he was not well known, he went to him. That mendicant saw the Buddha coming off in the distance and tried to rise on his cot. The Buddha said to the monk, "It is all right, mendicant. Don't get up. There are some seats spread out. I will sit there." He sat on the seat spread out and said to the mendicant, "I hope you are keeping well, mendicant. I hope you are all right. I hope that your pain is fading, not growing. That is fading is evident, not its growing. Sir, I am not keeping well. I am not all right. The pain is terrible and growing, not fading. It is growing is evident, not it is fading. I hope you don't have any remorse or regret." Then Lord Buddha asked, "Indeed, sir, I have no little remorse and regret." "I hope you have no reason to blame yourself when it comes to ethical conduct." "No, sir, I have no reason to blame myself when it comes to ethical conduct." "In that case, mendicant, why do you have remorse and regret?" "Because I understand that the Buddha has not taught the Dhamma merely for the sake of ethical purity." So this is an important thing to keep in mind. If that is so, what exactly do you understand to be the purpose of teaching the Dhamma? "I understand that the Buddha has taught the Dhamma for the purpose of fading away of greed." So in Pali say, the fading away the raga. So greed is the best translation, I think. Good mendicant. it is good that you understand that I have taught the Dhamma for the purpose of the fading away of greed. For that is indeed the purpose. What do you think, mendicant? Is the I permanent or impermanent? Impermanent, sir. Is the ear, nose, tongue, body, mind permanent or impermanent? Impermanent, sir. But if it is impermanent, is it suffering or happiness? Suffering, sir. But if it is impermanent, suffering, and liable to fall apart, is it fit to be regarded thus? This is mine, I am this is myself. No, sir. Seeing this, a learned noble disciple grows disillusioned with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Being disillusioned, desire fades away. When desire fades away, they are freed. When they are freed, they know they are freed. So this is the important part of this understanding. So there is no very complicated teaching. This is simple teaching. So how we just simple way of seeing and understanding things. So then Lord Buddha say, they understand rebirth is ended. There is no return to any state of existence. That is what the Buddha said. Satisfied that mendicant was happy with what the Buddha said. And while this discourse was being spoken, the stainless, immaculate vision of the Dhamma arose in that mendicant. Everything that has a beginning has an end. So this is also very common saying you can see in suttas. Everything that has a beginning has an end. Once a person understands, that means he understands all this continuation of existences have an end. So all the sufferings has an end. So the total extinguishment is exist. So I want to emphasize here, so how Lord Buddha taught us impermanence. So he just taught us impermanence as something just related to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So you have to consider the impermanence of your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. In the same time, the objects come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So you can take as external objects, and internal, that is called external faculties. The internal faculties, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. External faculties and internal faculties both impermanent. So you have to just seeing this. That here say Lord Buddha says, seeing this, a learned noble disciple grows disillusioned with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. So that is the important thing. Using the disillusioned mind, that is any mind moment. If you know this is impermanent and this is not I, me, myself. This arise and pass away based on causes and conditions. When you are thinking in that way, your greed just fade away. That is the important thing you have to experience. Whatever moment, if you think about any object, this is impermanent thing. This is subject to change and vanish. In the same time, it is not I, me, myself. It is not belongs to me. It is a part of the nature. So these things subject to change and vanish. So therefore, the greed arise in your mind naturally fade away. So that is the thing you have to understand. So this is the reality of body and mind. So then you know whatever thing arise in your mind has an end. So whatever attachment, whatever valuation has an end. So today you value one thing, but you know Today you give the value. Today you don't value it again, because tomorrow or in future, one day, you are fed up with it and you want to get rid of it. This thing naturally come to you. Whatever thing arises within yourself has an end. So then you can let go things. So you see, there is no actually the inherent value in these things. Whatever thing arises in your body and mind, come and go. Whatever sickness come to you, whatever situation you have to face in this life is come and go. So nothing to worry, just let go and free your mind. So this is an important understanding which leads to deeper meditation. So you actually, you are in your day-to-day life, you are not highly attached to your experiences. You just use your experiences and your feelings, perceptions and volitions to live in your day-to-day life. You can use it, the wholesome side. That means wholesome means the skillful side. You can let go the unskillful side, because unskillful side always create the remorse and regret. So that's why Lord Buddha asked this mendicant whether you have any remorse or regret. Because once a person come to the mendicant life or the monk's life, so they purify their bodily action, verbal action and livelihood by living in such a way. So then they naturally purify to avoid all the unwholesome, the verbal actions, bodily actions and livelihood. So therefore they naturally become purified if they follow the Lord Buddha's instructions properly. So that's why that mendicant did not have the problem with their ethical conduct, but he should have to achieve the liberation of mind, or the fading away all greed or the desire or lust, whatever thing arises in your mind, you have to let go and free your mind. So that is the purpose of this path. That is what Lord Buddha, that is how Lord Buddha instructs us. Because third noble truth is showing us to achieve this total liberation or the total extinguishment or Nirodha Satya. That is the thing you have to achieve. So for achieving these things, you should have the right relationship with your body and mind and all external experiences. So that's why Lord Buddha taught this Dhamma in this way. You can see similar teachings in many places. In many means you can see about more than 100 suttas, maybe 500, 600 suttas in the same similar teachings. So there is a common way of teaching this Dhamma. The only thing, once you hear this Dhamma, you have to think how you can apply this Dhamma in your day-to-day life, how we can use this one. So then you can, when you are dealing with any object, you can keep in your mind, you can mindful about this reality. And when you are mindful about this reality, then you deal with objects in a different way, not the same way as you have done early, or your past experiences. You know all your past experience mostly based on delusion. So taking things as permanent and they belongs to I, me, myself. So I experience. All these experiences are conditioned. Because whatever thing you experience, whatever you feeling arise in your mind, mostly based on your past experiences. How you took it early, how you think about these things, how you perceive things, come from how you learned, how you previously experienced these things. These things change. These are not fixed things, permanent things. So then your perceptions also change. Your feelings also change. So there is no fixed feelings or perceptions. So therefore no fixed volitions also. Volitions also change. That means your intentions, your choices, all these things change. So you have to understand so you can't take any of these things as I, me, myself, even your body or mind. These things always change. So therefore Lord Buddha say, if you are aware of this reality, you are not highly going to attach any object. So then you don't suffer. That is called the abhijja domanassa in Pali terms. That is the greed and this unhappy mind don't arise, because you accept the reality. So now people experiencing something for a long time, people in this country didn't experience this kind of epidemic or pandemic come to this country. Now this come from the other countries and spread out here. So then people get afraid. Why? People think our way of living or the living status is permanent thing. It is a fixed thing. It may not change like this. Say, don't expect this kind of thing. So therefore they have a lot of future expectations, future plans, and future programs they want to implement. They expect the future happiness in this way and that way. But can we trust whatever thing we are experiencing now? No, these things come and go. Whatever bad thing come, it is also go. Whatever good thing come, it is also go one day. At least your attitude towards these things might change at any time. Your attitudes, your valuation, or the perceptions, volitions are not permanent things. These are change and vanish. So this reality you have to keep in mind. Then you don't worry. Then you don't much suffer. You develop the ability to let go things and free your mind. So that is the most helpful thing. So that is the beneficial thing for you. So that is the purpose of this Dhamma. And when you develop this view towards your experiences, your body and mind, you are not going to indulge with your five sense objects. You are not going to indulge with your thoughts. Whatever thought come to you, one day you change this whole way of thinking now, and you think in a totally different way in future. So these things are impermanent, change. So you see the wasting time when you are thinking most of the time. But sometimes it is purposeful, because if you have to do some job in your home or in your in your working place or something, then you have to plan, you have to work, because that is serving some purpose. But when you are sitting in a side, when you have a free time, so thinking is just wasting time. Just let go and free your mind, because whatever you think may not work next day. Whatever you think today good may not think tomorrow as same way. You think, oh no, it is much better to think in this way. It is much better to do this way and the other way. So you may change all the time. Your thinking changes. So that's why Lord Buddha say thinking doesn't work much. So sometimes it is useful in your day-to-day life for maintaining, so to abandoning unwholesome or unskillful actions and develop skillful actions. Thinking is good in that sense. So that is called right intentions. You have to cultivate right intentions, abandon all wrong intentions. If you develop the right view, so then you have the ability to identify this is the skillful intentions, these are unskillful intentions, how to abandon these things. So then you can cultivate good intentions and practice these intentions. So then you build the wholesome, the karmic force. So when you are encountering the different situations, you can let go your past actions and you can act in a new way. So because that is right way of thinking, that is right intentions. But all the other time, when you are practicing this path, when you understand, when you see these things, you just abandon the all thinking process and all experiencing the world. That means is seeing the things from your eye, listening to things, smelling, the smelling, tasting, and physical touches, you see these things come and go, no big value. So you just let go and you free your mind from all these things. Because once the craving arises in your mind, then your mind always thinking how to get back these things, how to earn these things back. So always you are doing. No relaxation, no rest. So why you can't relax, you can't rest? Because the mind is driving you. You do this thing, you do that thing, you earn this thing. This is the way how you get the happiness. This is all run by delusion. Because all we are going behind the impermanent stuff. Your internal the faculty is also impermanent, external faculty is also impermanent. External objects, all external objects also impermanent. But we are running behind these things. So that is delusion, because you are deluded. So when you understand the delusion, you are ready to let go things and free your mind. Then you focus to the stillness and the fade away things, and fade away all the greed, hatred and delusion, and be happy with the stillness, happy with the letting go. So that is the purpose of. So I will read another part of the sutta, another sutta. So that one also mention how you can practice this Dhamma directly using these knowledges. There is not. So this is another sutta. The Wi-Fi is not working. Okay, doesn't matter. So the Wi-Fi is not now. This Wi-Fi is not working. Okay, doesn't matter. Now I will. So this one also say this is this one actually this sutta also mention this. This eye, ear, nose, tongue, body is not I, me, myself. Whatever forms come through your eyes is not yours. Just let go. Free your mind. This is really helpful for meditation, because always the obstructions are come through the past, the memories. So when you are meditating, the different kind of objects come to your mind, and you visualize in your mind and see, oh, this is, we have to do like this, we have to do like that, and different indulgences. This is all five sense inputs, and the thinkings, different kind of thinkings. All these things are not I, me, myself. These are came because I exist. When I exist, these forms come through the I. It is a natural process. So then the I base, totally based on your past experience, and the I base attached to the mind attached to these things, whatever information come through your eye. So this is a natural process. So then these are not under your control. So that's why these things create suffering, because your mind naturally indulge with these things, or attach to these things, or value these things. So therefore you have to train yourself to let go things and free your mind. So that is in brief that na tumha kang sutta. That actually I don't have Wi-Fi to read this one. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Set that up for you? Huh? Would you like us to set up the Wi-Fi for you?
Yeah. Okay.
And we can continue on while we are.
Yeah. So anyway, this is. Yeah. This is the one. No.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
Okay.
set that up for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Now you can give. Yeah. Put the password and give. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Then I can answer. So when I get this tablet, I can read. So do you have any questions?
There's no questions that have come
Okay, good. Okay, I will read this. Read this sutta. Okay, good. Okay, good. So, this is the Sutta Samyutta Nikaya Salayatana Samyutta Sala Vagga Patama Na Tumhakang Sutta. Linked Discourses 35. The sixes, the 10, 101. The meaning of Na Tumhakang is, it is not yours. It is not yours. This is the name of the sutta. So I will read this sutta. This is also a short sutta. So, mendicants, give up what's not yours. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. And what isn't yours? The I isn't yours. Give it up. Give it up will be for your welfare and happiness. So Lord Buddha directly teaching in this way, so you can understand. So you have to think wisely. Why Lord Buddha teach in this way? So it gives you the benefit. So sights isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. I consciousness isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Eye contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. The pleasant, painful, or neutral feeling that arises conditioned by eye contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. So this is how Lord Buddha teach. The ear, the nose, the tongue, the body isn't yours. Give it up. The thoughts isn't yours. Give it up. The mind isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Thoughts isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Mind consciousness isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Mind contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. The pleasant, painful, or neutral feeling that arises conditioned by mind contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Suppose a person was to carry off the grass, sticks, branches, and leaves in this Jeta's grove. So where Lord Buddha lived at that time, Jeta's grove. Suppose a person was to carry off the grass, sticks, branches, and leaves in this Jeta's grove, or burn them, or do what they want with them. Would you think this person is carrying us off, burning us, or doing what that they want with us? No, sir. Why is that? Because that's neither self nor belong to self. So this is just a simple the example Bhante, the Lord Buddha was showing. In the same way, the I isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Sight isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. I consciousness isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. I contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. The pleasant, painful, or neutral feeling that arises conditioned by eye contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. In the same way, the ear and sounds, nose and smells, tongue and tastes, body and touches isn't yours. Give it up. The mind isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Thoughts isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be your welfare and happiness. Mind consciousness isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. Mind contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. The pleasant, painful, or neutral feeling that arises conditioned by mind contact isn't yours. Give it up. Giving it up will be for your welfare and happiness. So this is the important thing to understand. All these feelings and perceptions conditioned by your mind. So that is not an inherent quality of the outside objects or your mind. It is just the condition arise at that moment. Make those feelings, perceptions and volitions. So that's why if you don't take it as yours, you can easily let go. You can free your mind. So the freeing your mind give you the benefits. So then you are not highly attached to your experiences. You can act in the appropriate way to that moment, any moment. So you can abandon all unwholesome, the qualities of your mind, or unwholesome feelings, perceptions and volitions. The unskillful feelings, perceptions and volitions, you can just let go and you can free your mind. So use only the skillful means, only the wholesome things. So let go all unskillful, unwholesome stuff. Free your mind. That is the main purpose you can get. In the same time, you can let go the whole your perceptual world related to these five senses. You just let go, and you can then free from the five sense world, and you can go to the mind realm, then the fine material realm or the immaterial realm. You can develop your mind to those stages. That is the purpose of the path. So, is there any questions? No, still no questions. No one is listening. Okay.
We do have 21 people online, Bhante.
Okay, very good, very good. Happy. So this is the Dhamma. This is how we have to use this Dhamma in your day-to-day practice. If you don't take these forms, feelings, perceptions and volitions come to your mind through these five senses and mind, you can just let go and free your mind. You have the ability to do it when you think in this way. If you take all these experiences as yours, then you can't let go things. Then you are highly attached. You want to control things. Otherwise, you can free your mind. So it is good to think how to deal with the coronavirus, this epidemic situation. So if you are a Buddhist, you can relate to your experience in this way. You just let go. If you are a Christian, sometimes the Christians think this world created by God, so everything the depend on the mercy of God. So just let go. You are not the authority to control all these things. The God will look after things. Yeah, that is also good. So then your mind become calm and quiet. So you accept whatever thing come to you. You are mindful. Then your mindful come. Then you can avoid all the unforeseen things. Then that means you can avoid some the bad actions or the wrong actions, and then you become mindful to follow the guidelines given by this the government or the health institutions. They give guidelines how to behave and how to do things. If you get panic, sometimes your mindfulness disappear. So then you can't follow the guidelines. Sometimes you to act foolishly. So it is good to have a calm and quiet mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful mind give you lot of benefits. So that's why it is important to have this kind of good view, good way of seeing things. Then it is helpful to make a peaceful mind. So then your mindfulness come to a higher level. So then you can deal with objects in mindful way, and you can deal with objects wisely, not foolishly or blindly. So that is important things. So in the same time, you have to understand whatever information you have, whatever learning you have, whatever training you have, is one come in the present moment to help you. So if you get upset or you are worrying, so then sometimes your skillful means don't come out. So your good education don't come and help you, because you are worrying. Your mind is fall into ill will or hatred. So you start blaming this person, that person, government or someone. So that is foolishness. These things all come from the foolishness. So you have to be, when you have a peaceful mind, then you can deal with objects wisely. So your wisdom come up, and then you can deal in each and every moment. You can work wisely. So that is the main purpose of these religions. When you follow a religion, so then you develop a view. So then you get the peacefulness of your mind. Then it leads to the happiness. It leads to the benefits. Give the benefits. Okay, one question is coming. Okay, you can ask.
You were really dying for this question, Bhante.
Huh?
No, I'm only joking. This is from Langdon, our AV lead back in Melbourne, who leads the AV for the BSV.
Okay, good.
So the question is the teaching about giving up the mind something we only do in our meditation practice, or does the Buddha mean we should also give up the mind in our day-to-day life also?
No, yeah. In day-to-day life, when we are living in this day-to-day life, we use our mind to deal with objects. So then, but we have to keep in mind the reality. So if you don't keep in mind the reality, you fall into remorse or regret. Why? Whatever thing you are doing, if you are mindfully doing, sometimes we do foolish things. Even we are mindful because we are uneducated in that field. That's why I normally, when I'm teaching Dhamma, they tell some stories. Many people have these similar experiences. When a person go to buy a car, so he first study which car is suitable for me, according to whatever money we have now, and what are the cars available in the market. So they check the market and find out the best car for him. So then he go to the shop and buy the car. He think, oh, this is the best for me. But after a few days, one of his friend come from another state, or he haven't met before buying the car. So he's an automobile expert. He come and check the car and say, oh yeah, I know about these cars. This car, they have the factory problem. That means they design this section designed in an inferior design. Actually, now you can buy the much improved designs here. So this is not the best car. So I will show you the fault here. So he asked him to drive the car. So then he showed the fault. Oh, this is the fault. This fault come because the bad designing. So he's a automobile. Then what happened to your thoughts? So you think, oh, I missed. I bought the wrong car. So how I sell this one? So your perceptions, volitions and feelings twist to the another side. So is that your foolishness? No, that is how the world works. You did whatever thing you could do at that time, and you make your choice. But choices are impermanent. You have to understand this is the nature. So if you reflect back your life from the small age up to now, you see the same. How many wrong decisions you have made early? how many wrong choices you had early. So always your choices are improving, updating, changing. If you look at the medical science, how many medicines some time ago now totally banned? They prohibit. Oh, these medicines are really bad. If you give these things, give this side effect, that side effect, this kind of things. You have to see, this is the world. This is how this world works. There is no point of blaming others. This is how this consciousness works. So that's why you have to be kind, soft and gentle. You have a ground to be kind, soft and gentle if you think wisely, if you think in the right way, or if you see this world in the right way. All these experiences are impermanent and no self. All the mind run based on causes and conditions, not because that person's foolishness or this person's foolishness or my foolishness. No such a thing. Whatever thing come to our mind, it works. But sometimes always choose the unskillful actions. That is also arise based on causes and conditions, how they were conditioned early to rely on unskillful actions. They think those are the skillful. They have the wrong perception. That means the wrong understanding. How this wrong understanding come to them? Because they are previous, where they lived, what they learned, and how they understand this world. So that's why Lord Buddha say, this is the guide. These are the guidelines. The impermanent nature, non-self nature, and suffering nature. You have to admit this is the reality. You have to think that you have to examine, investigate, and understand this reality within yourself. So that is the only way to understand this reality and let go things.
Bhante, I have a question.
Okay. Yes.
In relation to the current epidemic we've got, and that intellectually we can understand this, the impermanence.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away from the suffering and the heartache to see others suffer, people getting sick, so many people dying. So, I mean, you say you can almost let go, but actually there is a lot of hurt, if you know what I mean, inside. I don't know whether that's compassion kind of overwhelming. I don't know, but there is a lot of a sense of suffering.
Yeah, that is true, because how you were train your mind early, because you see only one mind moment. If you take an object, all these things come and go. That is the nature. So it is just one moment. That's why Lord Buddha say, you have to develop these perceptions within yourself. You have to train yourself, because how your mind works is mind is only one thing. No, it arises momentarily. It arises depending on causes and conditions. If your strong causes and conditions is taking your body and mind as yours, in the same time the other bodies and minds as theirs, so that is the wrong view. So that wrong view creates suffering, because wrong view creates the greed. So you value this body and mind and existence. Yeah, it is common practice in this world. In the same time, to understand these things are not under anyone's control. It is a natural flow of happening things. So sometimes the people's bodies and minds undergo many different situations. So that is the nature you have to admit. That's why Lord Buddha say, when you have a body and mind, you have to suffer. So only way to avoid suffering by letting go, by not letting go, actually to not come to a rebirth. So stopping rebirth is the stopping the suffering. Even after attaining Nibbana, Lord Buddha had lot of sufferings, because when you are having this body, you suffer. But when you know how to liberate your mind, the way to liberate your mind, then you use that knowledge and liberate your mind. So when only you can liberate your mind from all sufferings, when you practice meditation and go to the total extinguishment of the mind. That means Nirodha Samapatti. Once you attain to Nirodha, until otherwise, you have some level of suffering. That is what you say. So this is the thing you have to understand. Once you understand the total extinguishment, you know how to escape from this suffering by letting go and freeing your mind from all these attachments. Or for a moment, even momentarily, if you are mindful about this impermanent nature, non-self nature, you can just free your mind without worrying. So worrying is the problem. You worry about this suffering nature because you are not ready to accept the reality as it is. So we think we have a power to control. Yeah, we have a small certain level, because we can look after this monastery or your health by keeping the proper practices, cleaning your hands, avoid going to the public places, all these things. Yeah, that is true. That is correct. But it never gives a guarantee. Tomorrow, doctors may identify your body has a cancer. So it is not something come from touches or the droplets come through the air. It is something else. Life is suffering. So these things can come in either one way or the other. So who knows? So that's why the impermanent nature is there. So if you are aware of this one, you not go into the deep suffering. You know things are coming and going. You don't expect. Because suffering mostly arises because expectations. You valuing things. If you don't value things, that is the important part. Fading away the greed, the sutta, first sutta I read here. So fading away the greed is the important part. Because the greed to existence, because the greed to the experiencing the world creates suffering. Because you are holding on these things. But these things are not under your control. These things are run by the causes and conditions. It's a natural way of happening things. So you have to admit this reality. So that is so is that answer, is it okay? Yeah, okay. Thank you. So
There's no further questions.
no further questions?
Oh, would you be able to come a bit closer to the mic?
Bhante, my question is, this whole practice is to be in the present moment, right?
Yes.
Then most of the time we do plan for the future.
Yeah.
So there's like a conflict there.
Yeah, that's why when you are this present moment practice actually mainly apply when you are practicing meditation. All the other times, when you are living in this world, sometimes you have to plan. If your kitchen don't have vegetables or rice, so how do you cook tomorrow? You have to go. If you want to cook early morning, today you have to go and buy the stuff for cooking tomorrow morning. So you have to plan. So in your day-to-day life, you should have a certain way of working. So you are planning, but you have no high hopes in future. So when you are practicing meditation, you cut off all past and future and release your mind. But in your day-to-day life, you have to think wisely. So because you have to maintain your body. So for maintaining your body, you have to do some work. When you are living among the other people, that's why the Majjhama Patipada, you have to come to the middle level, because already you have a body and mind. The suffering, the apparatus is here. It creates suffering. All the forms are coming through these five senses and mind sense. So these things, this machine is running. So you have to maintain this machine. So then you have to do the middle way of. But when you are aware of this reality, you are not highly attached to these things. You are not you are not going to plan the strong plans, and when it falls, you suffer. Even even your plans they break or fall, you don't suffer. Because you know these things can change at any time. Because you are aware of this reality. You accept the reality. Because people fall into suffer because they are not prepared to accept the reality. So that's why when something change, they get upset. It is a turmoil. So that is the way how that is the purpose of this practice. So when you are practicing meditation, then you get the ability to free your mind from all attachments. That's why Lord Buddha showed this path. So the right effort, right mindfulness, and right stillness come at the end. But the right view and right intentions and right verbal action, bodily action and livelihood come at the beginning. That is how you have to live in your day-to-day life. So you have to keep the balance. So when you are practicing, put the effort, that is the last three things. So you can free your mind from all attachments. You have to just live in the present moment. But you should have that understanding about this impermanent nature, non-self nature and suffering nature. That is the important part. Then your behaviors can purify quickly in your day-to-day life behaviors. You can abandon on all unwholesome actions, because no need to rely on these things, because you know these things can let go. You can free your mind, because all these things are not I, me, myself. How these things came to me, you know. How these things can let go, you know. So that is the important part, because people don't believe that we can let go things and free our mind. This is the way how it does, and then because rely on all whatever thing you have already. You don't think these things as unskillful. That is the problem. So planning is okay, but it is up to you are not keep the strong the holding on all these things. You are ready to if you have to change, you can change it without blaming anyone. Okay. So then we can stop now, no? Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Now it's very fixed.